All right, guys. So today we're going to do I can write decimal numbers as a fraction. You can also we're also going to write we're going to write fractions as a decimal number using powers of 10 and understanding place value. If you were in our morning session, you will know that we already went over this, but this will be a good review to use for lessons to come up. So this is already written out for you all. It is just so magical. Okay, so here's your whole number, as you can see right here. Okay, here's your whole. Here's your decimal. Then you have your tenths place, hundredths, thousandths. If you remember the video and vocabulary, they always say that the TH matters. And it does matter because if you say tens, that's a totally different place. Okay? So the decimal is just simply, all it is a fraction just written a different way. So how I remember these over here is tenths is 1/10. You write it like this. And then that number just goes in the tenths place. Hundredths, I remember that it's 100th, so I put it over 100. Same with 1000ths, I put it over 1000. Another thing that's really easy to remember is if you're drawing your own, which that's what we did in class. When you draw your own, you make your decimal. And then you know that it's tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So it's TH, TH. If you can remember that, you can read any decimal number. So we're going to talk about writing decimal numbers as a fraction that's other than 1. So let's say that we have 3/10. Okay, there's your 3/10. The place that it is in is your denominator. So if I put my 3 here, I know that it's in the tenths place. So this is going to be 3/10. So let's try another one. I'm going to erase everything real quick. All right. So let's try, let's do 32. All right, so we have 0 and 32 hundredths. So if I put my 3 here, my 2 here, 0, decimal, I know that my denominator is what place it's in. So that is what it looks like. The easiest thing about using your chart is that if you plug in your numbers, it's going to tell you what place it is. So let's go ahead and erase. I don't know why that's not erasing. Okay, so this time we're going to do a number that is 0. We'll try this little marker here. 0. Ooh, that's pretty. You have your decimal because it lines up with your decimal. Let's do 462. Okay, if I want to write this as a fraction, I am going to look at the very last place it's in. It's in the thousandths. That tells me that my denominator is going to be 1000. And then I just put the number on the top. And that is how you write decimals as fractions. So now we're going to switch it up. And we're going to do it the opposite way. So this time I'm going to give you a fraction over here. I'm going to do, let's see, I really like this glitter pen, so we're going to use it. We're going to do 6/10. So you got to figure out, there's your denominator. It's a 10, but it's not in the tenths place. It's in the tenths place. So you put it here. Then you got to fill in your decimal and your 0 in the ones place. That equals 6/10. Super easy. So let's try another one. Let's do 68 hundredths. Okay, so again, using this chart, you can remember that you can put your numbers in here, just like so. The denominator is going to be whatever the last number of the place is in. So you're in the 100ths. And then you just put this number on top and you get 68 hundredths. Now, the last one I'm going to show you, make your chart, T, H, TH. I will say that for the rest of 5th grade, so just be ready. Okay, so our fraction this time is going to be 12 over 100. So if my denominator is 100, it's going to be in the hundredths place. So I just fill in the digits like so. And so my decimal would be 0. Nope, that's not what I want. .12. And that is how you write a fraction as a decimal. So you guys can practice on your own for lesson 1.3. It should be pretty easy. Just make sure that you put it in your chart. I would have a piece of paper out to help you. This is also posted on Google Classroom. If you need anything, you know that you can just holler at me and send me a chat on Google Classroom. Thanks, guys.